And every day feels just like heaven. Wifey, you mean the world to me.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Etcetera with the Woodards. I am your host today, Craig Woodard Sr., and my co host is my wife, Christine Woodard, and we have some topics to talk about today. It's going to be pretty fun. We're going to have a packed filled night tonight. We're going to first start off with, we just announced this, Christine, just the other day. We put up the link, and we have about 40 tickets sold already. We run a nonprofit organization called the Down Syndrome Association in Tampa Bay. I'm the executive director and president. Christine is the advocacy director as well. Look at that beautiful smile, hon. And we run a fundraiser called the
I
Rise
want to
Up.
make sure everybody knows I'm smiling. Hi.
There you go,
Hi.
camera ready, right?
Hi.
We run the Rise Up for Down Syndrome gala every year, and it's pretty successful. One of our bigger fundraisers. We have it on September 13th. Chrissy, we had it last year at the Vault in downtown Tampa. Tell me about how successful that was last year.
Um, I'm trying here.
You there?
I'm here. Can you hear
Where
me?
was it? Where was it?
I was at the Vault in downtown Tampa and it was beautiful.
It
If
was
you missed out, you missed out because it
be-
was amazing.
and it was presented by UPCA, right?
Union Park Charter Academy,
That's right.
Kristen Land.
We
Thank
had
you.
great partnership with one of the charter schools. That Christine works for Charter School USA, and wow, what a fantastic crowd we had! It was absolutely gorgeous, and we got another one coming up. We switched locations. This one is going to be at the Tampa River Center, right downtown Tampa, and we do a lot of. We like to reward a lot of local individuals for their advocacy efforts. So we give out awards every
Mhm.
year, and just going through the list of a few that are going to get some awards. Tina Mako, she's an ESE teacher. Um, Ed and Tina Spinks, right? Attorney Ed Spinks. They've done a workshop for us talking about elder law, and I believe they just changed the name of their practice today. Did you see that on social media?
Mm,
Yeah,
Nope, I'll have to look at it.
they changed the name, so that's pretty cool. Tina seemed pretty excited, so they're getting an award. Um, Ernest Watkins, honey, tell the people about how gracious this young man is.
I got to spend the day with him today,
Yeah.
and what I love about it is seeing him not only outside of work, but also in work. And um, he has had the ability to really grow
Yes.
um, by force because they were short staffed. So he's been, working and sharing information and talking in front of people. And so today we spent a lot of time together. So it was good to see him like that. But his entire family has always been very supportive of our organization and from day one. And the kids have been there and volunteered and gave time and effort and probably have helped us move every single time. And anything we need, he's always there. So we need a lot more in this world, like the Watkins family.
Yeah, every single one of them are just fantastic. What a great upbringing he and Tessa give those kids. But Ernest is always there when you need him. He's been to all of our events, and he helps out. It's one of those things where there's a lot that that's involved with what we do. The setup, the cleanup, the tear down at the end, and these galas, man. When you're done 5 hours of entertaining, and you're dressed up in a suit, and you gotta take down decorations and tables and move things, and he's the first one to jump up and help us. He's the first one to go over to storage and get a lot of the things that we need to put on a great event. He's always there to help out. So really excited to honor Ernest as well on September 13th. But yeah, the Watkins family, fantastic family, fantastic family. Um, two more. We got Dennis Mueller, big dog. He is the executive director of the League of Gentlemen. He he does a fantastic job. What it is it's an adult baseball league. It's kind of an extension of
Mhm.
Buddy Baseball. And so to explain to you what Buddy Baseball is, Craig Jr. plays Buddy Baseball. He's in his sixth season right now, in his third year. And kids with special needs, individuals with special needs, they have a buddy that goes around and helps them when they go up to bat, run the bases, things in that nature. Well, it stops at, is it 18? I think Buddy Baseball stops at 18 years old.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember, but
I hope
uh,
it never stops.
yes. Well, his league will obviously go on, and over 18, the adult league is what he runs, and he runs that on Sundays, I believe, and they do a fantastic job. He is also on the board of directors with Buddy Baseball as well. So we honored Russ Oberbrockland last year at our gala from Buddy Baseball, and this year Dennis is going to get rewarded as well. Um, One of our biggest awards is the Community Advocacy Award, and the winner for this year is Natalie Taylor. And actually, Natalie Allen. She's changed her name because she got married. She's married to Walter Allen from Fox 13. But Natalie Allen is an incredible TV host for Tampa Bay's Morning Blend, and she was the very first one to give our organization some airtime and promote what we had going on. We had the down to run 5K, and me and Craig Jr. were on the show. I think I was on her show about three times. So we're gonna honor her for her efforts as well. What's the most exciting part of the gala for you, hon?
Ooh, I think just seeing all the kids enjoying their time there, and there's no fear when it comes to the dance floor.
Yeah.
Think about growing up and you'd go to events and nobody wanted to be the first one on the dance floor. Our kids are the first ones on the dance floor. So that's exciting to see. You never have to worry about being on the dance floor by yourself because there's always going to be somebody with you, you
And
know.
part reason why is because CJ Koenig and his team with Bash Entertainment, they put on a fantastic show. They're going to be back with us, entertaining us as well. And, I've said this at every single one of our galas, not once do you ever see the dance floor um, empty. There's people out there dancing all the time. You mentioned something in episode one about Craig Jr. at the Down the Bowl, where people are starting to know us and him and recognize him. And when we're out and about, he can just kind of roam around and run anywhere he wants, and we know that people are going to take care of him and watch out for him, just like these other individuals blessed with Down syndrome. We do the same thing. A parent they'll look over and they'll say, "Oh, she's with Christine, she's good," or we'll do the same thing with Junior. So it's almost like we're amongst family because everybody knows everybody. We went to this Special Olympics tennis over the weekend that Craig had a competition in. Just like everybody else, there was a ton of athletes out there, and didn't it seem like we were just amongst family because everyone knew everybody, right? Everyone
Hmm.
went up, and
Yes.
it's fantastic. Talk about the job that Bash Entertainment puts on.
Well, the other thing I wanted to add to that is the first year we didn't have the 360 photo booth with We Pop in Events.
Yeah.
And then we got the photo booth and then the selfie when we did the gal at the barn,
Hmm.
the selfie booth. And if you can't find Craig, that's the other place he's going to be is throwing the money and spraying the bubbles and getting on everybody's nerves probably. But that's his new thing now, so he loves that. So
Yeah. The
we'll add that to his favorite thing.
We Poppin' events. They'll be there. Also, we just got some really good news. We talked about the Down the Bowl on episode one. I just found out that when we had the silent auction there by Socially Funded, and Lindsay Arthur was there, they raised us $1,700 at the silent auction That put our total fundraising efforts above 30,000 for the Down the Bowl. Was it 2 weeks ago already? Wow. Um, so almost 2 weeks ago. But yeah, so they're going to be back in the house. They've taken part with the gala, and the gala's it's a fundraiser. It's a big fundraiser, and we want people to kind of help us out. We only run a couple fundraisers, and the money is put right back into the Down syndrome community to allow us to offer free programming and therapies for all of our individuals. So we're really excited about that. September 13th, you can visit our Facebook page at Down Syndrome Association in Tampa Bay. You can visit mine at Craig Woodard Sr. You can visit Christine's as well at Christine Woodard, and we are posting the link that you can click on and go ahead and buy your tickets here if you're in the Tampa area in September. Go ahead and get your tickets now. We only have 230 available, so I think about 40 of them have sold already. So we got some time, but make sure you log in and get your tickets. Okay, smooth transition. And I don't know if everyone knows this or not, but we've written a book, and the book was released just a couple years ago. We had 7 local families that wrote chapters in this book. Um, Chrissy, I want to put you on the spot for a minute. One of the reasons why we came up with this idea of writing this book is because of how we felt at the hospital when we gave birth to Craig Jr., knowing that he was going to be born with Down syndrome. We didn't know really what to expect. We looked for places to assist us, and there was nothing. And we looked at each other and just said, we don't want anyone else to have to feel the way that we did. And the you know medical side that was a it was just a tough process to go through, and how they make you feel. Can you talk about just from your perspective, your side of things? You carried Craig Jr. You heard what the doctor said. We were in the hospital together. Junior was in the hospital in the NICU for 8 days. You came home before him. You know, what was that like from a mom's point of view?
I think back then, like you said, the resources weren't there. Social media wasn't, I mean, it's come so far, even in the last 10 years,
Yeah,
to be able to search for, support. And I think I said last week, now we're seeing more kids coming out, families supporting, and more kids, being born with Down syndrome and participating because we're in these events. So it's nice to see that. But to think that, you're alone in that process, it's not easy because you don't know where to turn, and you look at all these, I mean, you look at some of the books that they still give out, and it's like old, outdated books, and
right.
um, everybody wants to apologize to you because your child's born with Down syndrome, and even the doctor, like the gynecologist, sorry we couldn't help you, like sorry, it was like a sales pitch type thing, so many people have a lot of stories, and we'll talk through those, I think, through this process, but I didn't want anybody to talk to me, even when the geneticist came in and you wanted me to talk to her, she stood probably about 15 feet away from the bed. I'll never forget it. And I'm just looking at her like, I don't want to talk to you. Like,
Yeah,
so, and the sweetest doctor ever, right? But you just, you don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk because we don't know what's going to happen,
right.
So, it was rough. I mean, they didn't predict him to survive, and here he is surviving 10 years later and doing well. So, I
Yeah,
mean, that's what they need to tell you. And I don't know if things are going to change now and what's going to happen with the new laws and stuff with abortion, but
right.
maybe we'll see more people born with Down syndrome, but the more we keep spreading the word, the more maybe people be more comfortable with, wanting a child with Down syndrome,
Well,
especially with the advanced age of women nowadays and with their careers and everything. So,
mhm,
there is a higher chance. So,
very true. You know, just to give some advice, if there's any medical professionals watching our podcast, um, the first thing that you should say after someone gives birth to a child blessed with Down syndrome is congratulations. I mean, talk about a gift. Junior's been an angel to us. He's one of them Sour Patch kids too, though. As he's gotten older, he'll do something wrong, something bad, and then come up and give you a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and then how you get mad at him. You know what I mean? But he's a character. But yeah, just say congratulations. Because they're a blessing, and a lot of the our members at our organization that we've met are just wonderful and have drawn to us and their parents as well. So um, that prompted us to write this book. It is called Down Syndrome Blessed with Disability. You can get it on Amazon as well. I believe it's just under $9, $10, something like that. It's been out just for a couple of years. It's a fantastic book written by seven different authors. Myself, we have chapter one, Lisa Mezzi, Jennifer Quinn, Tahira Myers, Megan McGee, Lawrence Bach, and Melissa Miner all took part in writing a chapter. And they all have their own story, they have their own journey. They're all local Tampa Bay authors, and they wanted to discuss their journey with their child from inception to now. So if you're looking for a really good read, please pick up Down Syndrome Blessed with Disability. All right, we're going to wrap up in just a couple seconds. Can't get out of here without some Steeler news. Talking about the Steelers, black and gold. That's my squad. That's Chrissy's squad. We're from PA. That's how we do. Steelers made some moves today in the free agency. We picked up wide receiver DK Metcalf from the Seattle Seahawks. Uh, awesome pick for us. Um, Chrissy, you know all about George Pickens and how incredible of a wide receiver he is. He does have some attitude issues as well, but man, can he catch the ball. We got DK Metcalf on one half. We got George Pickens on the other half of the field. It's going to be very hard for the defense to double team now. So one of those guys are going to get single coverage, which possibly could open things up for us. Now, also, as you know, Justin Fields, who went 4-2 for us until Russell Wilson got the starting nod for the end of the year. We traded him to the New York Jets today, which means if he's going to the Jets, Aaron Rodgers is getting ready to be traded on Wednesday. I guess Wednesday at 4 o'clock is the earliest that can happen. So my question to you, because a couple things here. Aaron's 41 years old. He has a Super Bowl. Matter of fact, he has a Super Bowl ring the year that he beat us. That was the year that we were dating, and I traveled down here to Tampa to visit you, and you had an allergy attack. Do you remember that?
And we lost.
We lost, and they won. And so Aaron, 2 years ago, he tore his Achilles tendon. Last year he played, but didn't play that well for the Jets. But maybe it was just the Jets. So, what do you think if Tomlin um, he wants to win now? It kind of reminds me of, and I don't know, I don't know if it's a good fit or not, but it kind of reminds me of Brady leaving the Patriots. Different comparison because Brady's the best, but leaving the Patriots, coming to the Bucks, and then winning it here with the Bucks, he totally turned the team around. We have the players in place. We've had the players in place for quite some time. We need somebody to throw them the ball. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is the guy?
And what did Aaron Rodgers do with the Jets?
Well, I think it was the first game of the year 2 years ago is when he tore his Achilles.
So he hasn't played since?
What's that? No, he played last year. He just didn't do well. But the
Well, why
Jets,
would we take him then? Like
well,
we already have an adult. We
he's
have,
Rodgers.
we already have Russell Wilson. We need a young buck that can run,
Well,
move.
he's not young at all either. And we already
That's what I'm
gave away.
saying. So what we gonna have like two old heads?
Well, we're probably going to trade Russell Wilson because we've already traded Justin Fields. So
Or
um,
I'd
so
predict Aaron Rodgers being a backup. They need somebody young coming there.
well, we had somebody young. We had Justin Fields, and we didn't keep him. I would have loved to keep
That
him.
was a big mistake. Yeah.
I like Justin Fields. I think he needed more time. He just needed more time. And then they benched him and they played Russell Wilson, and then Russ is past his peak. But so is Aaron Rodgers. But check this out. I saw on I believe it was Instagram, Big Ben put on a helmet and he was like, "Wait a minute, DK Metcalf on one side of the field, George Pickens on the other side. We got Fryermuth, um, Coach T. I might have a couple more throws." What do
I'd
you
rather
think?
have Ben than Aaron Rodgers.
I would too. And
Yeah.
and to be honest with you, I think Big Ben probably still has. Big Ben wasn't a when he was younger, he was a rushing quarterback, and when I say rushing, I mean he could elude you in the backfield there to get out of the pocket, but he wouldn't need to do all that. Just throw the ball. We got these guys on the ends right now. We got a great running game. I don't know. My money would be on Big Ben over Aaron Rodgers, but it's been what 3 years? Let's see. We had Pickett for two, and then last year, Justin Field. Yeah, this would be his fourth year out. I don't know if Big Ben could do it, but I put my money on him. What do you think?
I just need to find somebody out of college,
We need somebody
straight
that
out
can
of college.
sling the rock. We just need a young guy that can. And there's some pretty good quarterbacks. I believe as a part of the DK Metcalf trade, we gave away a second round pick, so we still have a first round pick left, and maybe they go after a quarterback. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see.
We will see. All right. Well, anything else you wanted to add or talk about before we wrap up?
Nah.
Nah. Okay. We'll save it for next time. We'll come up with some new topics, and we appreciate everyone for tuning in to Etcetera with the Woodards. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Etcetera with the Woodards. That is our new YouTube channel. You'll be able to find our podcast on there. We do post them on Facebook, on LinkedIn. As I said, you could follow me at Craig Woodard Sr. Our organization page is Down Syndrome Association of Tampa Bay, or at 21 Strong. You can find us there. Chrissy, what's your handle? Is it just Christine Woodard on Facebook? Um,
Yeah, I
and then,
think so. Well,
yeah, so
that's
and
good.
we have,
I don't need that's all. I don't need a whole. I
yeah,
can't
no,
keep
that's
up.
cool. That's
Can't
cool.
keep up. Huh.
And we have I had to create a new email address too. It's etc with the Woodards at gmail.com is our new email address. You didn't even know that, did you?
Yes, I did. You told me. I heard
Did
you.
I tell you that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good
That's a
show.
long one.
Yeah, it
That's a
is.
long one.
It's a super long one, no doubt.
Yeah.
Good show. Thank you so much. Thanks for your input, hun. Thanks for everybody watching us as well. For Christine Woodard, I'm Craig Woodard. This is Etc. with the Woodards podcast. We'll see you next time.